Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us this evening. From wherever you are, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time it is of the day for you. Thank you so much for your time. I know Sunday is a day when everybody relax and chill with their family and friends. So I appreciate you coming out this evening for the launch. So I'm just going to go into a little bit of background information on myself. I started learning to trade years ago, many years ago, and it didn't go too well. And so I shelved the idea, put it aside, and say, you know what, maybe later on I'll come back to that. I found out about economy through Des. I'm sure most of you on the platform here knows Des or familiar with Des. In November last year, and he showed myself, Rose and Carol, a presentation, and I was sold on the AI element. As I was thinking, woohoo, I don't have to physically trade anymore. I've got a bot to trade for me. Yay! And so I was excited and sold on that. So I got started. And as time goes by, I started learning a bit more through the educators and also learned that there were signals. I was like, happy days. I could use signals to trade, so I don't have to learn trading as yet. I can take my time, pace myself, and learn about trading as time progresses whilst I'm earning. And I love that part. So I decided to leverage the other products that the educators were sharing with us and the other products that economy has, and just to maximize on my income potential. And so I started jumping on all the live calls and taking the signals and started learning more. And my appetite came back for trading and my confidence was built up from there. I love all the products, which Shannon will go through in a short while with you guys. But one of the ones that stood out for me is, of course, the AI products, which Shannon will go through with you, and also the signals that I can use to top up what the bots are doing on my trading account. So I love that. I can't wait for tomorrow to come to jump on those gold signals with one of our educator, which is all the way in Japan. So we've got a big family and a global family all over the world. This has now become another source of income for me. Guys, enough about me. I'm now going to introduce to you our lovely Shannon. Some of you here today are familiar with Shannon. You've seen her around before, and you can attest to what I am about to say about this lovely lady. I pick her brain every day. Every day, Shannon gets a text from me saying, Shannon, how do you do this? What about this? You know, how does this go? How does that go? And she always replies to me. If she can't reply straight away in a detailed response, she will say to me, Yulin, I'll get back to you. She has a very warm, bubbly personality, which I'm sure a lot of you can attest to. She's super helpful and very, very proactive. She will go the extra mile. If she doesn't know the answer, I promise you, she will come back to you, find out from someone else, and come back to you with the answer in a good time frame. If Shannon is your team leader, you are in very good hands. She's one of the many educators on the platform. She's a six-figure earner in the industry. She's soon to be a six-figure trader. She's a serial entrepreneur, and she has helped and supported hundreds of entrepreneurs worldwide, including myself. I count it an honor to have her doing this launch for me today. Shannon, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you our presenter for today, my team leader, Ms. Shannon Hughes. Shannon, take it away.
Amazing, amazing, Yulin. Thank you so much for that introduction. I think, as Des always says, like if I could hire you to speak at my funeral, because that was an amazing edification. Thank you so much. Right, guys, I'm going to get straight into the information. I'm not really going to talk much about myself because, like Yulin said, it's a Sunday evening. We massively appreciate you guys taking the time out to be on today's call. It is something, economy, that I am super, super excited about. I've been involved in this company for a little over 6 months now. So I joined it back in August. And after the year, we had last year, and some things that, we had gone through as a community, which, some of you may be in that community. It was a difficult year. And it was one where I as well, like Yulin, about 2 years ago, I started learning how to trade. I kind of shelved that. I didn't really get consistent results. I'm just gonna sorry, I was just gonna mute a couple, there we go. So, I wasn't getting consistent results with it either. So when EAconomy came along, it was such a breath of fresh air. I'm going to tell you about our CEO and founders who, I've had the privilege of, sitting down, having dinner with, getting to hear their vision for this company, which is really to allow everyone to create their own economy, right? That's their motto. So within that, they've created a plethora of products where, depending on your temperament, depending on the time that you have, you'll be able to find something that works for you. So without further ado, I am going to share my screen and I'm going to get straight into it. So Ewan, if you could just let me know if you could see my screen. Just give me a little thumbs up. Okay, perfect. Okay, so guys, like I said, the company that you are seeing today is called EAconomy, and we are based, our main office in Las Vegas, Nevada. Our CEO and founders are American, but we've just recently acquired an office here in London, in Canary Wharf. So I go there as much as possible because it's a beautiful, beautiful office. But we are also looking to base ourselves in Dubai as well, because we do have a big team there. One of our educators is in Dubai. So we really are looking to expand worldwide, and by the end of this year want to be impacting 1 million lives, right? That is our goal as a company. Now, our CEO and one of our co-founders, oh, I skipped over her. Where'd she go? Where's Candace? Oh, there she is. She's on the next one. So this is one of our founders, and she is our CEO, Candace Ross. She has so much experience in this industry. So she's helped create multiple million-dollar sales systems in this industry. She's a marketing and sales expert. And she is sought after by high net worth entrepreneurs and companies. So what she does is actually consult with companies that are looking to grow, looking to expand, using her expertise. And she's an industry leader in passive income. And this is something we're going to talk about today, because when people hear trading, I think a common misconception is that trading is like super, super risky, or trading is a scam, because these are things, we hear all the time. And unfortunately, if you go on Instagram, you'll see fake pages. You're going to see, people slide into your DMs on Telegram or Instagram offering you, 100% return in a day, right? So unfortunately, there are people out there looking to take advantage. And when I first started learning about trading, I think I was quite naive in the sense, because I'd never experienced this before. So I always get quite shocked when people say, oh, well, Forex is a scam, because I think, well, last time you flew to Spain, you exchanged your pounds for euros, right? So you just took part in the foreign exchange market. So, I always find that a bit crazy, but also now experiencing it firsthand for myself, right? I trade on a daily basis, and it's all using our products. I have a funded account, which allows me to leverage someone else's money and trade that money on their behalf, meaning I get a much bigger profit. So when it comes to Forex, let me actually go into what Forex is, because do you know what? When I first learned about this industry, I did not know that Forex stood for foreign exchange, right? I was completely, clueless about this industry, right? So what we actually do, right, you and as well, on a day-to-day basis, is we buy and sell currencies. Right now, the only difference is we're doing it on purpose at the right time for the right price so that we make a profit. Okay. But what we should also know about Forex is that the banks have been doing this for years and years and years, which is why they're a big part of the reason why they're so rich, right? The money that is sitting in your bank account right now, it's not just sitting there. Right? Your banks are trading your money in the foreign exchange market every single day. And there's a statistic I read somewhere, something like they attempt to grow your money about 200%, 200%, right, in a year. And what do they give you? They give you like 0.01% interest, or, if you have a a high savings account, it might be 0.5 if you're lucky. And I actually had a conversation with my uncle once, and he has a high interest savings account, right? And the idea being that he keeps his money locked in there, and it generates him interest, right? It generates him profit each month. And he has over 300K in that account. And in 1 month, all he makes from his 300K is $30, right? We're in Canada. That is a teeny tiny percent, and that's supposed to be a good high interest savings. Okay, so what I love about Forex is actually it gives us the control to actually generate our own interest, right? To generate our own profit. Because rather than having our money just sitting in a bank, not doing anything for us, we can trade it and generate that extra kind of income that Yulin mentioned at the beginning. Now, what I do want to say is that trading, of course, comes with risk. You're not going to win every single trade. But what I think we do as a team very, very well is teach you risk management, right? We never risk more than 1% of our account at any given time. Okay, so again, it kind of, for me, debunks a myth that, in trading, you can lose all your money. Well, you can only lose all your money if you're gambling, right? If you're risking too much. Okay, so we very much teach you that. So, you will never be at that much risk. Okay, so in economy, we have 4 main sectors, shall I say, 4 main sections. Now, if you choose to join, if you choose to take part, you don't have to take part in everything, right? We're all busy. You probably have a career, you might have a side hustle, you've got kids, lots of things going on. And you just need to find what works for you. Now, the first thing we have on the left-hand side is the ECA. Okay, so this is our academy. So if you actually really want to learn how to trade, if that's something that you've always wanted to do, or maybe just educate yourself about the market in general, because again, this was something that I was clueless about, but actually having learned this over the last couple of years, it's opened my eyes to so many different things around me, so many different opportunities that I never would have looked at before. So the ECA is a video training academy. It goes right from the basics. What is Forex? How to take a trade? What's a pip? Right? How to, apply appropriate risk. So you can really learn the fundamentals of Forex, right? But you also get coaching from our educators. So all of our educators, they are professional traders, and they go through a rigorous, what's the word I'm looking for? Induction process, or a rigorous interviewing process. That's what I'm looking for, in order to become an educator on our platform. They have to have a proven track record of results to then be able to educate. So, we really do have the best of the best. We have live sessions where you can ask them questions, and we also have a variety of languages. So currently, our educators, we have English, Spanish, Arabic, and also Nepalese. This is mine and Yulin's favorite channel is the Emirates Nepal. But they, of course, speak English for us as well. So, you'll always be able to understand. So that's the education part. Now, where you're going to make the real money is with our 3 other products. So we have Eminus. Now, Eminus is where we can leverage these traders. Okay, they send us signals to our phone. And let me tell you, like, when I see a message come up from my Telegram, I am so quick at checking that message, because that message means money most of the time. So you get an alert on your phone, and all you have to do is copy and paste the educator's trades into our trading platform. Okay, so even when, like, you could literally join today and be making money tomorrow, as long as you can copy and paste numbers. And I am pretty sure everybody on here is going to be able to do that. And, in fact, I do have a customer. He just joined on Thursday. Really, really lovely guy. And I messaged him on Friday, and I said, "Oh, were you able to take that trade on your demo account? How did it go?" And he sent me a screenshot, and he didn't even take it on his demo. He took it on his real account. He made £1.37, which seems small, but for your very first day, and you've never traded in your entire life, to make money is incredible. So that's what I love about Eminus, because no matter what your skill level, no matter what your experience is with Forex, you can literally just plug in, copy, paste, and profit. Now, the next one is Monara. So this is for the people, if you want to learn a little bit more, right? If you want to plug in a little bit more, then you can use Monara. Now, Monara, it is a algorithm. It is an AI technology that scans the market for patterns. Because what you may not know about the Forex market is everything repeats itself, right? It is constantly moving in patterns up and down. And once you get familiar with those patterns, right, you can then become an effective trader, but it takes a long time to learn. So Monara takes all of that work away. It finds the patterns for you. It sends an alert, a notification, and you can then see all of the different trades that it finds. Now, what you would then do is you would go on, have a look at the trade. If it looks like a good setup to you, you then copy and paste Monara's entries right into your broker and then leave that and let it run. Okay, so Monara is a huge time saver. It's also very, very easy to use. Yulin has been plugging into Monara as well. It didn't take her long at all to start learning and being able to use that. Now, the last one is Hercules. Now, Hercules is all to do with crypto and cryptocurrencies. So it is also AI, right? There's a common theme in economy, right? AI, we all know AI is the future, right? It is coming, so we might as well get prepared and make money from it while it's here. But it is a dollar cost averaging strategy. Okay, now what that means is, right, hopefully everybody on this call has probably heard of cryptocurrency, or at least, Bitcoin. I'll use Bitcoin as an example. Now, right now, or last year, we hit a massive low, right? We had something called a bearish market where the crypto market massively went down, and it's still down quite far. So now is actually the best time to be investing into cryptocurrencies, because it's like it's on sale, right? It's low, it's on sale. It's only a matter of time before it goes up, because like I said before, the market moves in patterns. But the market can't just keep shooting up forever. It has to come back down and rebalance itself, which is what the phase that cryptocurrency is in right now, right? It's came back down, it's had its retracement, and it's rebalancing itself before it moves back up. Now, what Hercules does is it shows you the prices to get in at for a particular currency. So let's say you wanted to invest into Ethereum, for example, and you had £1,000, right? What most people do will just then whack that £1,000 into Ethereum. They'll buy £1,000 worth of Ethereum at that particular price. Well, what happens overnight, let's say Ethereum drops 5%, well, then your whole portfolio is down 5%. But what Hercules does is it's still that same £1,000, but over the course of, like 6 to 10 weeks, it will tell you certain times to put, let's say, £100 into Ethereum. And then the following week, a different price to put your other £100 into Ethereum. So by the end of that 10-week cycle, you have the average price of Ethereum over the course of a 10-week period. Now, this is proven to be, dollar cost averaging is proven to be 180% more profitable than just whacking your money all in at once, right? So if you're someone who has invested into crypto before, into tokens, I'm talking about, into the coins, or you're looking to get into it in the future, now really is the best time while we're in a bear market, right? What a lot of people do is they'll see hype, on Instagram, oh, this token has gone up 100%, and that's when people buy. But actually, we want to stick with the principle: buy low, sell high, right? You don't want to be buying when it's at the top. So this is what Hercules helps you to do. Okay, so those are our main products. Okay, now just to recap, Eminis, very little effort, you copy and paste. Monara, teeny bit more effort required. You would have to study, maybe watch a couple Zooms so you understand how to use Monara, but once you know how to use it, very easy, right? Hercules, there's about an hour setup process. You'll have to actually, learn how to set it up. But again, once it's set up, it pretty much runs itself. But if that even sounds like a bit too much, you think, oh, Shannon, I actually, I don't have a ton of time, then this is why, Yulin got involved. This is why most of us got involved. And that's because of AI, right? So we have an algorithmic software that scans the market and takes trades on your behalf. Okay, so what it will do is once it finds a setup, it executes that trade for you and it manages that trade for you. Okay, so it will enter, it will close, it will, take your profit, whatever the case may be, and it manages it all for you. Now, what I love about this is, again, when people sometimes hear, and coming from the year we had last year, if you put your money into something and something else controls it, it can be dangerous, right? Especially if you give your money to a company. Now, what we love about Athena is that your money is always in your control. Okay, you pick a broker of your choice, right? So you can choose a fully regulated broker. You deposit the money. You verify the account, right? So it's just like a regulated broker is just like opening a bank account, right? You give your ID. You have to verify your identity and your address. And when that money is in your broker account, the only way to withdraw it is to a bank account with the name that's verified on the account. So obviously it's your name if you've uploaded your passport or whatever the case may be, or a card with your name, right? So it's an incredibly safe environment when it comes to a broker. And then also Athena has built-in mechanisms for risk. Okay, so it's not going to, it's not going to blow your account, right? It has built-in mechanisms to ensure that doesn't happen. Okay, so Athena does on average between 6 to 10% growth per month, right? So even if you don't want to learn how to trade, but you just want your money growing for you in the background, then Athena is something that you guys are going to love. So again, if I use the example of £1,000, right? If Athena does, 10%, right? That's £100, right? And that's £100 that, again, your bank is certainly not going to make for you. But obviously, the more money you put in, the more profit that's going to generate for you. Super, super simple to set up. It takes about 3 minutes and it operates through a VPS. So the VPS is included in your subscription if you choose to get started. And this is what allows it to run in the background. So once you've set up the VPS, it will just keep working on your behalf. Now, we suggest a minimum of $1,000 to get started, simply because if you're paying a monthly subscription, right? So you want to have enough profit that you can pay for your subscription, but then hopefully have some that you can compound as the months go forward. But also, we want to make sure that your risk management is always in check. So if you start with, let's say, £100, then you could be opening up your account to too much risk, because that's really not a lot to trade with when it comes to getting into multiple trades. Okay, so I've said a lot of information. So I'm going to go through how you would get started if you would like to get started, and then I will pass it back over to you, Lynn. So it's very, very simple. It's like I said, I've mentioned already, it's a subscription-based company. So just like Netflix, as soon as you pay, you get access to all of our services. You'll also be, of course, helped along this journey by myself and by Yulin to make sure, we help you set up your broker, we help you link up your account. If you need any assistance when it comes to trading, we have an amazing, very, very supportive team. But as soon as you set up, you get access to all of our services. Okay, we have 2 different packages depending on, again, the type of person that you are. So if you actually want to plug in and learn, then you might go for the Elite Pack. Okay, because that gives you access to our ECA, so our Learning Academy, and it gives you access to Eminus, Monara, and Hercules. Okay, so if you're actually wanting to be taking trades, and I will say to you, Eminus Nepal, I mean, I actually can't say enough about this one particular educator we have, but just plugging into him last week alone, and I'm going to say past profits do not guarantee future gains. I also have a funded account, so I have more money to play with. But since the 20th of February, so that was 2 full trading weeks, so 10 trading days on my funded account, I made almost £7,000. So what you can do with Forex, right, once you plug in, once you start to learn, is actually incredible. And by the end of the year, not by the end of the year, by the end of the teaching year, because I am a teacher, I do plan on leaving, because even just Forex alone is going to, more than quadruple my salary. So the Elite Pack is just $99 a month. So if you're here in the UK, that's going to be about £80 with the exchange rates. But for the first month, to get you access to everything, to get you plugged in, it's $149 for the first month. Okay, so when you first get started, $149, so about 120 pounds, and then $99 a month after that. Now, you're not locked into any sort of contract. Again, it's just like Netflix. If after a month you think, actually, no, this isn't really for me, you just go ahead and cancel. But what I will say is, we don't have a lot of people leave. We don't have a lot of people leave. We actually have a 92% retention rate. And that's because people are making money. So I'll leave it at that, right? You guys could be the judge. But if you want access to Athena, and actually I should have mentioned, it's not even on the slide yet because we literally just launched it on Thursday, but we actually have a second AI algorithm called Xena, which has also just launched. So you could potentially have 2 different AIs on 2 different accounts growing your money. So for that, to get access to the AI, you would get the Elite Pro Pack, okay? And that includes 1 AI software. If you wanted to use a second one later down the line, you can always add that on, but that could be a conversation that you have with myself and Yulin. And for the first month, it is $149. So again, if you're in UK, about 125 pounds. And then after that, or sorry, that's the monthly subscription, I apologize. So for the first month, $233, okay, for the first month. And then after that, going forward, it's $149 per month. Okay, so the choice is entirely up to you. I of course am on the Elite Pro Pack because, I think of my Athena and my AI account. I'm hooking up Xena as well on Monday as my long-term savings. It's money that I'm not going to touch. I'm going to let it compound for a year, 2 years, who knows how long. And then I use my other trading to, enjoy, take out my profit. But if you think, no, actually, I just want to sample it out first, I'll go for the cheaper pack, right? Let me sample it, let me learn some things, and you can always upgrade at a later time. Okay, now, what I also love, this is the last thing I'm going to say, is if that monthly subscription seems a bit too much for you, right? If you think, actually, no, I want to keep my profits, which most people want to do. Once you make money, okay, especially, once you start making, actually, Yulin, why don't you tell them how much you've made so far? How much have you grown your account? So what was your initial deposit versus what it is now?
Okay,
just to give them an idea.
Okay, so my initial deposit was, I think I deposited $500, and I'm close to $1,000 now in my account.
Okay, that's amazing, right? So that's you basically grown at 100%, which is incredible. And that's actually you really went hard in the last month or so learning and plugging into the other products. So actually a lot of that growth has come very, very quickly. So what people often do, right? Just like if you go to a good restaurant, you're probably going to recommend it. If you saw a good film, you're probably going to recommend it. If you found a way to make money and you have that in your control, then you're probably going to tell people about it. Okay, so if you refer 3, friends, family, strangers, then you then get a completely free service, right? So within your first couple months, let's say you make some money, you tell 3 friends. Okay, as long as they are customers, you get a free subscription. Okay, so guys, I appreciate you taking the time to stay and listen to me talk for 25 minutes. But I'm going to pass it back over to Yulin. And what we will do, if you have any follow-up questions, right, I'm more than happy to get back on Zoom, do a one-on-one call so you can really, dive deep. If you want to pick my brain, if you want to pick Yulin's brain. But what we'll do is we'll end this call first, we want to, respect everybody's time on this Sunday evening. So Yulin, I appreciate you, putting me in front of your people. I know they're your friends, you got a family on here, so massively appreciate you. So I will hand it back over.
Okay, thank you so much, Shannon. Thank you so much. You've done a thorough, detailed job of walking everyone through what economy is all about and the different products that we offer. As Shannon said earlier on, if you guys would like to have a one-to-one where we do a call with yourself and either with myself and Shannon or via Zoom or a phone call, then you can let me know after the call. I would like to respect everyone's time. I know Sunday is the time when everybody, as I said, have their downtime, chill with the family, and just take it easy. So I want to respect your time, and I want to wrap things up now at the moment. So thank you for your time. Thank you for making the effort to be here today. And as I said, if you would like to catch up on a one-to-one after the call, you just give me a shout and we can take it from there. Thank you so much.
We forgot about the giveaway we're gonna do.
Giveaway. Go for it.
The giveaway. So what I said to Yulin before the call, because of how much I believe in economy, because of how much I've seen my teammates, been able to grow. I said to Yulin, these are your friends, these are your people. If you guys want to get started, if you go for the Elite Pro Pack, then I'm going to personally give you a discount of £30. If you go for the Elite Pack, then I'm going to personally give you a discount of £20. So if you do want to get started, let Yulin know, and I will make sure you get that discount in order to get your package.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Shannon. And thank you everyone for your time. Thank you, and go and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Take care. Bye.
Bye, guys. Take care.
Bye-bye.